Good morning, everyone. There's a pervasive belief in society that in order to get along, to be loved, or to be accepted, women must be nice, especially to men. The expectation that women must put others first, always smile, suppress their own needs, and accommodate others' desires is deeply ingrained in our culture. But what if I told you that this pattern of behavior, this tendency to be overly nice, could be holding you back from becoming the fullest expression of who you are meant to be? What if I told you that by constantly being nice to men, you are compromising your own power, your autonomy, and your ability to create the reality that you desire? You see, being nice in the way that society expects us to be is not natural. It is learned behavior, a pattern that has been reinforced over and over again. The challenge is not just that we are taught to be nice, but that we have conditioned our brains to believe that this is the only acceptable way to behave. This pattern of seeking approval from others, of striving to avoid conflict, and of diminishing our own needs in order to please others, specifically men, is a learned response based on societal conditioning. Our brains are incredibly powerful organs. Neuroscience has proven that every time we repeat an action, a thought, or a behavior, we strengthen the neural pathways that support it. This means that every time we suppress our own desires, every time we say yes when we want to say no, we are reinforcing the neural circuitry that perpetuates this behavior. Over time, these neural pathways become so strong that it feels automatic, like a reflex. You don't even think about it, you just do it. And in doing so, you continue to give away your power, your voice, and your autonomy. But here's the good news: you are not bound by these patterns. You have the power to change them. Your brain is malleable. It is capable of rewiring itself and forming new neural pathways that support behaviors that are aligned with your true self. And that's where your real power lies. The first step to reclaiming your power is recognizing that you don't need to be nice to men, or anyone else for that matter, in order to feel validated or worthy. You don't need to diminish yourself to make others feel comfortable. You are enough just as you are. And your worth is not determined by your ability to please others. Let's take a moment to explore how we can begin to unlearn this habit. The first step is awareness. You must become aware of when you are slipping into the pattern of over-accommodating or people-pleasing behavior. Your body is a powerful tool for this. Pay attention to how you feel when you say yes to something you don't want to do. Does it feel heavy? Do you feel drained or resentful? These feelings are signals from your body telling you that you are operating outside of your authentic self. The moment you become aware of this, you create a space for change. Neuroscientifically, awareness activates the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for higher thinking, decision-making, and self-regulation. When you become aware of a behavior that no longer serves you, you begin to activate the neural pathways that support change. You start to create new possibilities for how you can respond in that situation. And each time you make a new choice, you strengthen those new neural pathways. This is how transformation happens. It's important to understand that changing this pattern is not about becoming rude, disrespectful, or angry. It's about reclaiming your autonomy, your voice, and your ability to set boundaries. When you stop being nice in the traditional sense, it's not an invitation to become unkind or dismissive. It's about being authentic, honest, and true to your own needs and desires. It's about stepping into your power and understanding that your value does not depend on how well you meet the expectations of others. But changing this pattern goes beyond just saying no when you need to. It involves rearing your brain to believe that you are worthy of respect and that you deserve to be treated with kindness and consideration. The more you practice setting boundaries, the more your brain will recognize that this is the new way of being. You will start to feel more confident, more grounded in your own self-worth, And over time, your relationships, whether with men, women, or anyone else, will begin to shift. You'll attract people who value you for who you truly are, not for how nice you are. Here's where the power of emotion comes into play. Neuroscience shows us that our emotions are deeply connected to our thoughts and behaviors. When we feel empowered, confident, and authentic, we release positive chemicals in our brain like dopamine and serotonin. These chemicals create feelings of happiness and fulfillment. But when we suppress our true selves, when we people please or stay nice in a way that compromises our own integrity, we release stress hormones like cortisol. These chemicals don't just make us feel bad in the moment, they can have long-term negative effects on our mental and physical health. The bottom line is this: when you stop being nice to men or anyone else for that matter, you are making a choice to live in alignment with your true self. You are choosing to honor your emotions, your needs, and your boundaries. And as you do this, your brain will release positive chemicals that promote healing, growth, and well-being. Your body will begin to shift out of the stress response and into a state of balance and harmony. You will begin to feel more alive, more powerful, and more capable of creating the life you truly want. The key to transforming this pattern is repetition. Just like any new habit, it takes practice. The more you begin to say no when you need to assert yourself when necessary, and to honor your own needs, the more you will reinforce the new neural pathways that support your growth. It's a process of unlearning old habits and replacing them with new ones. It's a process of transformation, and the beautiful thing is, you don't have to do it alone. You have the power to rewire your brain and change your behavior, and you can do this in small steps every day. Start by noticing when you are about to give in to the old habit of being overly nice or accommodating. Take a pause. Breathe. Tune into your emotions and ask yourself, is this choice aligned with my truth? Is this what I truly want? When you can answer that honestly, and when you can begin to honor your own needs without guilt or fear, you will begin to experience true freedom. What will happen as you continue this journey? You will find that your relationships begin to shift. Men will respect you more, not because you are being nice, but because you are being authentic. You will start to attract healthier, more balanced relationships where both parties respect each other's boundaries and needs. You will find that you have more energy, more peace, and more joy. And ultimately, you will become the person you were always meant to be. In closing, I want to remind you that being nice in the traditional sense is not the path to true happiness, self-empowerment, or meaningful connection. You don't need to diminish yourself to make others feel comfortable. You are worthy of love, respect, and kindness, not because you are nice, but because you are you. As you stop being nice and start being authentic, you will unlock a new level of power and freedom in your life. Your brain will rewire itself, your relationships will deepen, and your life will become a reflection of the truth of who you are. So today, I challenge you to step into your power. Release the old patterns that no longer serve you. Choose to be true to yourself, to honor your needs, and to show up as the fullest version of who you were meant to be. Your life is yours to create, and the first step is to stop being nice to men or anyone else and start being real, being powerful, and being unapologetically you. Thank you for being here.